Hi guys, it's Chris with City Girl Homestead. Tom's at work, so I thought I'd get in trouble. Now I'm going to do a canning video. Anyways, before I get started, the young man last night came over and he was 14. He didn't lie, he is a high schooler. And he upsold a few things. Like he did underneath the, whatever they're called. And he did the window ledges, the doors, all those things. So ended up being, Tom had a big ladder that he really wanted, but it needed some work. And Tom's not going to need that ladder anymore. So he took $50 off that. So it ended up costing us $450 instead of $350. But he did an amazing job, and he was here until almost 8:30. His brother came back and picked him up, and we were talking. I go, why don't you help your brother? And he's like, well, I have my own thing. And I go, what is that? And he says, I do car detailing. I've been wanting to do that forever, and he said that he would do it for $100. And if I wanted a really nice wash on the outside, the wheels done, hand wax, everything else, he'd do it for $40. So, needless to say, upcoming in my future. But he says, anytime that you need anything done now, he goes, you'll get 25% off. You're now a customer. Well, him and his family are from Lebanon, and they came here in 2019. And during COVID, him and his mom and dad both lost their jobs, and his dad now owns a restaurant downtown Lansing. I have to ask what name of it is, and we'll go over and see it. All the boys have there's 3 sons, and they all have their own gigs. And that 14-year-old, they had a trailer, and his brother couldn't get it out, but he did. And I was like, Tom can't even back a trailer like that or get one out. Because we have very tight space. If you noticed in my video, we have very tight space for all of our cars to park. So, you know, if he's listening today, I am so proud of you. He is, I shook his hand and I told him, you're a hardworking kid. I mean, he was wet, head to toe, sweating. And I told Tom, how does his little arms handle all that pressure that whole time? And he did such an amazing job. And it really, really gave me a beautiful look towards our future, because there are some of those young people out there that are still willing to work so hard. And, you know, when I was boosting him up, he said something to me. He pulled up my channel. And he says, he goes, you have 5,000 some odd viewers, you know. And I said, yeah. And he goes, do you know MSU campus football? He goes, that stadium will hold 5,000 people. That's how many people you've got subscribed to your channel. You know, I never thought of it like that. Because I told him, I says, it's smaller now, but it'll grow. He goes, yes, it will. And, you know, he was just, for being so young, and he had the most beautiful smile. So, he was just a real incentive and such a joy. He did an amazing job. And I would never hesitate hiring him again. So, anyway, I just wanted to boost him up a little bit. He cost me more money, but you know what? I've been in sales my whole life. Hey, do you, baby? So, we've been talking about preservation and stuff like that, and I am a recanner as well. For those of you that just came to my channel, I do recan things. So when we go down to Bronson, I check their 10-pound can section. Well, you guys have seen me do, you know, sweet and sour sauce, all that good stuff too. If I can save money by recanning something, whether it's spaghetti sauce or pizza sauce or whatever it happens to be, I'm going to do it. I've never done fruit or anything yet, but I have a lot downstairs, so I really don't need to do that. But if you remember right, I got that can of Manwich. I can't remember if I spent $4.99 or $5.99 on it, but we're going to recan that today. And we're going to save money, and we're going to put food on our shelves. So anytime you get a chance to do something like, I found out that I don't really think I can recan my green olives that I bought, but I did figure out a way to preserve them. So you'll see that coming up. I can't do it today because I can't get the lid off. I've tried the little contraption. I've tried everything else. Tom's going to have to get it out. And I don't want to ruin the lid because it's a gallon jar. So on these, we're going to fill them up to the 1-inch headspace. Now, these do not have meat in them. If you already put meat into them, then you would have to pressure can it. But this sauce does not have meat in it, so you don't have to pressure can it. It'd be just like canning another tomato product. So, yeah, it's not like, you know, if I pre-made mine, we'd have to do something. I'm going to see if it'll fit in 6 jars. If not, I'll have to get out different lids, because Tom brought me up some wide mouth too. I tell him, do one or the other. Tom almost forgot his burger and fries today to take to work. He got everything else in there, and he's like, oh shoot, I forgot my burger. I go, well, you don't want to do that. But having things like this on your shelf is not a necessity by any means, but it is something that, you know, you want to throw together a quick meal, anything like that, you know, you've got it. And, you know, used to be you could get Manwich at the Dollar Tree for $1, but it's not like that anymore. And I'm not sure how much it is at Walmart, but I know if I can get these for $1 a piece, I'm saving at least 25 to 50 cents a jar, even with the Dollar Tree. So, you know, I mean, when you can save money like that, it may not seem like a lot, but if you do a lot of different things in which you can save money, it really does add up. And I don't know about you guys, but I have no qualms with saving money at all. There's just a tiny, tiny bit left in there, not enough that you could even do a half a pint jar. All right. So now the thing is, even if you recan something and it's had its cook time before, all those good things, you want to can it like it was fresh. You want to can it so that it's safe. Just because you rebel can or whatever does not mean you skip steps. It does not mean that you know, oh, well, it's already cooked, it's okay. No, 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 no. Don't do that. You go the every steps that you would do if you were canning it fresh yourself. So we want to make sure that we debubble. Some people wouldn't debubble with, you know, with this, but I will. And for a couple of reasons. One of the reasons is I want to always be in the habit of doing it. Because if you skip steps, then when you do them again, you'll skip them again and again and again. And you don't want to do that. I love canning, but I believe in safety. Always safety. Because my family, my friends, they're going to be eating those things. And I don't want to be responsible for someone getting sick. So, you know, make sure you take all of your steps. Now my lids, I do have some 4-jar lids left, and I will use them up. But honestly, I do prefer the Superb. They are thicker than the 4-jar lids. Their pop is so much louder. It has an awesome seal. And these seals are supposed to last up to 3 years. And for those of us, like I talked about yesterday, you know, you can can something and you may not get to it for a couple of years. You know what I mean? Or you can an overabundance of it. And so you want to know that your food is still going to be good. And I mean, look at those. So I will use the 4 jars up. I don't like the way that they pay here. You gotta get a lot of sales before they pay you. But it's, you know, a local company, made locally. It's not made in China and shipped over here. I like that. They have jars and things like that too. So when you put your lids on, or your rings on, make sure it's only fingertip tight. You need some air underneath that lid to escape so that it seals inside. And you want to make sure that your rings do not, or your lids do not buckle. Now this is a water bathing, so that means you can use your steam canner. Which if you don't have one, you guys, I'm telling you. For anybody that has mobility issues or getting older and they just can't pick up all that stuff anymore, all those gallons and gallons of water in a water bather, this is definitely the way to go to keep your independence. And I have a second one now, thanks to Cosmopolitan Cornbread. I love it. So everything is cold, cold, and cold. My water was in there cold. And we're going to turn the fire on. Now with the steam canners, it's not like you see the, boiling water and all that good stuff. This is a vent hole. The other one that I got has a top thing on there that tells you, but I still follow this. When this starts coming out with a steady stream of steam, then you know that it's ready. Once that happens, I'm going to set my timer for 20 minutes. And then don't take the lids right, or don't take the top right off. Let it sit for a few minutes and calm down. Then you can take it out of the canner. Alright, so there we go. 6 pints of Manwich sauce that's on your shelf and ready to go. Works out to about $1 a jar. And that works great. And you guys, the one thing I really, really like about canning, and they just tipped over, but anyway, is, because of the time it takes to cook it, you have time to get other stuff done. So I boiled up eggs that I had left over that I needed to get used up, and I decided to make egg salad sandwiches. I'm going to take it down to the homeless. So I had just enough egg salad. Did you hear that pop? They're really loud. And another one. And, used up my bread. And so, you can do little things here and there while you're canning and, carry on about your day. And, if you get a chance to help somebody out with leftovers that you have, whatever, use them up, give them to somebody, do what you got to do. You guys have a blessed day, be a blessing, and I'll see you at supper.